All right, today we're diving into a cyber threat that was, well, different. It didn't kick down the door, it was much sneakier. It quietly picked the lock, and it affected millions by playing the long game. This is the wild story of ShadyPanda. So let's just start with a number, a really big one, 4.3 million. And you might be wondering, what's that all about? It's not dollars stolen, no. It's something way more insidious, something that flew completely under the radar for years. That right there is the number of devices that were compromised by an incredibly patient attack. An attack that was hiding in plain sight, inside the very tools so many of us use every single day, simple browser extensions. So how on earth did this even happen? I mean, this wasn't your typical smash and grab cyber attack. Not at all. This was a slow, calculated heist that was all about building trust before ever making a move. You see, the whole strategy behind this thing, which researchers have dubbed ShadyPanda, well, it's based on a really old school but super effective idea, the long con. And, security researchers at Koi Security, they just absolutely nailed it with this quote. The attackers chose patience over speed. They weren't in it for a quick buck. They were carefully building this huge user base that actually trusted them, which of course made the final attack so much more devastating. And this timeline, wow, it really shows you just how incredibly patient these guys were. For almost 5 years, starting way back in 2018, they put out over 100 extensions that seemed totally fine. Wallpaper apps, note takers, stuff like that. They gathered millions of installs, got tons of positive reviews, just building this massive foundation of trust. And then, bam, 2023, the trap was sprung. So, after all those years, after building up all that trust, with literally millions of us totally clueless, that's when they made their move. They just flipped the switch. And this, right here, is the absolute heart of the con. With one single quiet update, the entire nature of these extensions just changed overnight. What was a harmless little tool on Monday became a full-blown piece of data-stealing spyware by Tuesday. And the crazy part? Most users would never, ever know the difference. And the damage? Oh, it was massive. The number one goal was data harvesting. It tracked pretty much everything you did online, from your search queries to the business apps you were using for work. It could even send you to malicious sites, basically turning your own browser into a huge security risk for you and your company. I know, it's a really scary thought, right? But here's the thing. This attack wasn't a complete ghost. Looking back, there were some subtle red flags. So let's break down what to look for so you can actually protect yourself. And this is what's so wild, right? You look at these clues, and individually, maybe you dismiss them. But when you put them all together, an old app suddenly asking for permission to read and change all your data on all websites, a super popular tool with hundreds of thousands of users, but no new positive reviews for a whole year? Come on, those aren't just quirks. Those are massive warning signs. Okay, so you know the red flags. That's step one. But what can you do about it? Like right now. Let's walk through a super simple but really powerful action plan. First up, review everything. And I mean everything. Be ruthless about it. If you don't recognize it or you just don't use it anymore, get rid of it. For businesses, making sure employees get an IT sign-off before installing anything new, that's absolutely critical. And finally, use your security tools to scan and monitor these extensions automatically. This whole process moves you from just reacting to problems to actually getting ahead of them. At the end of the day, what the ShadyPanda attack really shows us is something kind of chilling. Even the tools you've trusted for years can become threats overnight. It's proof that sometimes patience is an attacker's most powerful weapon. And it leaves us all with one pretty critical question to think about. In a world of silent updates, who or what do you really trust inside your browser?